Be good. Be good. Is that was Healy? Oh! what a golf club this is. Under this head cover is a golf club which I've neglected in 2024, and I kind of owe you guys an apology because this was still in the wrapper just a matter of days ago, and I've actually brought it out to test here at one of the tightest golf courses in the world. We're at West Cliffs Golf Course here in Portugal, and in today's video we're going to test this club out here to see just how accurate it can be, just how far it can potentially go. We're also going to jump in the studio and test it against the Adams Idea Hybrid, which is exactly the same loft, exactly the same shaft length, and see just how technology has come on. We all know that the Adams Hybrid, the Tour Idea Hybrid, is the club that kind of set the stall out with this shape hybrid, and that's why TaylorMade bought them as a company. So make sure you do stay tuned for that. We've actually filmed this video once already, and as you can see, the fairway is littered with golf balls, and it went really, really well. But what happened, Bobby? Yeah, the audio didn't work, but quite nice to do it again because we can hit you some more shots with this gorgeous golf club. Now, I just saw this in my office and I thought, why haven't I done that? Why haven't I brought the guys this review? Because I really like this shape hybrid. This is the kind of golf club for me which looks perfect. I'm not usually a hybrid fan. Usually I like a long iron, like a driving iron, something like that. And if we look down at the ball here, you'll see just what I mean by that. That shape is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of like an iron shaped face and then a little bit of help on the back. So it's more like the hybrid term as opposed to just like a kind of rescue fairway wood that's a lot bigger. Because I think hybrids now are just kind of turning into more rescue clubs, aren't they? Or fairway woods. So one of the things that I really like about this with the tech in it is that through slot speed pocket that really helps those kind of low face hits. You can see that that's a nice high flush shot just kind of fading to the right hand side of the fairway. But the through slot speed pocket just allows you to generate a little bit more ball speed on those low centre hits. Look at that in there. That's annoying, isn't it? You know, when you get a bit of that in there. But we also have a weighting in the back there, so you can see that that's designed to kind of push CG back and low, again, to give you that little bit of forgiveness. So it is a forgiving club, but with it being the Tour head, it actually allows you to play lots of different shots. So you see that first shot was a nice high one. Now, if I want to play that a little bit lower, because of the head shape and because it's a little bit more low spin, I can nudge that back in the stance and play that kind of shot. Now, if Bobby zooms in, you'll see that when this lands, it's literally going to run forever and ever and ever down the right-hand side of that fairway. Now, I really like that. I like the versatility. I like I can hit it high. I like I can hit it low. We'll put the shot tracers in from the first time we filmed this video so you can see just not how accurate it is, but how consistent it is as well. This is a hole where we didn't film Chris's tee shot, did we?
No.
If you hit driver here and you hit it wrong, it could literally go anywhere and cost you a lot of golf balls. So what I also like about this club is that not only can you hit it off the deck like I've just done there, but because of the head, I can actually tee this up fairly high. I can move it forward in the stance, and I can almost hit it a little bit of a low spin bomber, as it were. So you can see we have that adjustable sleeve on here. So it's a 3 hybrid at 19.5 degrees. I've took that down to 18 degrees. So we're almost talking kind of 2 iron here, aren't we? Now, if I want to hit you a little bit of a bomb, forward in the stance, almost hit up on it like you would a driver, and that's the kind of shot we get. Check that ball flight out. That's going to be spinning at like 3,000. And as soon as that lands once again, it's releasing down towards those other balls. Now, when we get down there and we see just how close together all those 6 shots are from this video and the first time we filmed it when Bobby didn't get the audio right, essentially, we'll see just how good, how forgiving, and how consistent this club really is. Now, interestingly, I did see that Rick did a video on this just last week. I did my numbers a couple of weeks ago for this, and it's interesting how maybe we have the same idea on potentially what could happen with this golf club, because we all know that when new golf clubs come out, old golf clubs become a little bit cheaper. You can maybe pick them up second hand. Now, this hybrid is one of the world's most expensive hybrids. It's very, it might even be like kind of 300 plus pounds. If TaylorMade release a new hybrid, potentially in January, that could be coming with a new driver range, who knows, then this might well kind of drop quite nicely. And I honestly think that this is potentially the best hybrid TaylorMade have ever made, because it looks just like that Adams hybrid that I mentioned. I really like the Adams hybrid. You can pick that up for like 50 quid. So potentially, it might just be a case, Bobby, can we just have a look at those over there? Look how close together all they are. That's absolutely frightening, isn't it? For a hole which, to be honest, is a little bit daunting, I'm absolutely buzzing with those results. Let's jump inside, let's talk about the numbers for this hybrid and of course for the Adams hybrid and see just really what those differences truly are. So this is going to get very, very interesting. We have this year's TaylorMade QI10 Tour Hybrid and we have the Adams Idea Hybrid from all those years ago to test for numbers. You can see I haven't even taken this out of the wrapper yet, and I really don't know why, because this is a hybrid that I should absolutely love. It's jam-packed, full of technology. It has a forged twist face, it has a through-slot sweep pocket, it has pretty much everything you would want. I think it's time now to try and get that off at least anyway. There we go. So you can see that the Adams is 18 degrees static. It doesn't have movable loft. The TaylorMade is 19.5, but I've moved it down 1.5. So these play exactly the same, and they also play exactly the same in loft. Now, funnily enough, we look down at those heads. How similar do they look? That's frightening, isn't it? That is absolutely jaw-droppingly close. And the Adams cost £49.99. We'll kick off with that, hit a couple of shots, see what forgiveness we get, see what numbers we get, and of course, the TaylorMade's a little bit more expensive than that. We're already warmed up because we've just done some driver videos. A little bit of a necky one off the bat. Anything that carries over 200 for me, I'm happy with. Oh, look at that, 213. Now this Adams is an absolute beast. And I feel like if you are struggling off the tee and you don't want to spend a fortune, it could well be a club for you. So that's 231 total. And that was a really nice one. That might not be as far because it's better struck, it's higher launched, it's pitching on the line, and that's a 228 as you can see. Spinning at 3.7, so plenty of spin on there unless you want to play it down, which these heads are kind of designed for. You want to be able to play these down a bit. Look at the two different ball flights there, peaking very, very differently. Move that there, and that's the perfect shot for me because I've absolutely hammered that. 217 carry. Again, it's 232 total. It's going around 230 yards. If we look at the dispersion on the left, two hooks, but very, very similar distances across the board. It's the first real one that I feel like should be shorter. Actually, oh, look how far it's gone. 233. Hybrids are good, aren't they? Especially these kind of tall ones. This is the Proto G. And one of the interesting things is before we switch clubs, look at the difference where the weights are in here. So the Adams has the weight bang smack in the middle, obviously lower down to reduce that centre of gravity low in the head. The TaylorMade QI10 has it a little bit further back, so it should be easier to launch. We'll go one more Adams. And then with all the technology in the TaylorMade, obviously TaylorMade bought Adams as a company because of these hybrids, didn't they? And then, I don't know, did they make them obsolete? I guess they probably did. To replace them. Oh, that was a little bit toey. If that goes over 200 carry, that's quite frankly ridiculous. And it has. That's insane. If I hit that with a 4-iron, it's going 170 yards. Right, TaylorMade QI10 Tour. This is probably one of my biggest apologies of the year. And I might have already done it outside in this video, but the fact that this was still in the wrapper, I just apologise. I can't apologise anymore. Very similar shaft profile, incredible looking head. Isn't it different how that sounded? That sounded incredibly different. And that's carrying 212 deletion up to 225. That higher ball flight, wasn't it? Although it was slightly left again. I'm not sure which I prefer the sound of, to be honest. Oh yeah. Certainly what I'm seeing here is an easier launching club. Whether or not that means I can't do what I want with it later on, it's that number again, it's 236.6, so that's the longest we've had so far. If distance is important to you, that's the longest we've had. For me, it's not that important. I want to be able to now maybe play a lower one, which I can. See it just rising up a little bit again though, that's going to be long because it's a tiny bit left. That's 240 we'll call that, 239.3, 222 carry. It did just squeeze up a little bit, didn't it? I want to be able to play. Come on, don't let me down. That. Oh, but it's still trying, isn't it? I don't know if it's maybe lost a little bit of versatility, but that is insane.
Can I ask a question? Now
Yeah.
you've tried both of them. If that weren't new and shiny, how much difference is there playing them?
I think this is more forgiving and easier to launch.
Yeah.
I think the Adams has a little bit more versatility to it, probably because of the location of the weighting. But I've tried to play that low one, and it's still gone the distance, it's just a bit higher.
Yeah.
And I think for someone who has this shaped hybrid, potentially, you want to be able to play that knuckleball. See, that's still just trying to rise, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm actively trying to get on top of that now.
Because I've never seen a tour club where the weight's been so far back.
No, I thought that, I must admit. And this is its lowest setting as well, so it's a 3 rescue set at 18. And don't get me wrong, I like it, but I can't really. I mean, that's as low as I'm going to be able to hit it. Still peaking really high, isn't it? I mean, it's long. It's almost a club longer when you do something like that with this TaylorMade. But the fact I'm hitting so many shots with it in here, I think speaks volumes, so I'm really enjoying it. I've tried to get that and I've just scabbed it. Let's get back outside and continue. Can we talk about the front to back dispersion with these shots? So yeah, some are a little bit left, some a little bit right. They're all in the fairway, but what I'm really happy with is just how they've gone all the same distance. I've tried to hit high shots, I've tried to hit low shots. I've even teed one up. I thought the tee up one might go a little bit further, but actually it's just gone the same distance. I quite like that because it means obviously when you're in the fairway and you're trying to hit shots into a flag, which we're going to do now, it still goes that distance as when you've teed it up. So potentially it could go miles, as we saw from the numbers. Okay, we've found a gorgeous hole and it's 230 yards. So we're going to need to catch all of this over water, over the bunkers. Now, one of the things I like about it, like we said, the front to back dispersion, the consistency, and you could end up grabbing yourself an absolute bargain with one of these second hand potentially. So we've got to go around the corner a little bit. Can we just draw one into that flag? It would be a very good shot to hit. Oh, Rob, look at that. It's a tiny bit left, but I reckon that's in the green. That's got to be good, has it? One of the big things about it is the feel. It feels absolutely incredible when you get it out of the middle. I'm not sure if that's just looking a bit, you see that there? Where it's a bit maybe, I don't know. But I do like the black on black. I like that it's not necessarily a carbon head either. It's just a, can you hear that? Just one of them. Yeah, it's quite nice actually. I do like the shaping of it as well. I kind of wish they'd bring out like a P series hybrid, something like that. So it's not necessarily in line with the driver family. I never understand why the brands have to do that, but right, we overdrew that one. Should we start this at those bunkers? Be good. Be good. Is that was Healy? Oh! what a golf club this is. Look where I've hit that from. How does it compare to the Adams? We have seen in the studio, potentially forgiveness-wise, there is a little bit more, there's a little bit more technology there, yes, we know that. I thought, you know what, a good one might be too much, but we'll find out. They're three, you know, like from this distance, 230, 240 yards, to have that consistency level is unbelievable in my opinion with this club. Guys, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, smash that subscribe button. We'll put on screen now where those have finished, because hopefully Chris has got a thumbs up, I think. Oh. There they are, Bob. We've got two that's long at 235 yards that was playing, and one at 5 feet. What a club. What a club.